Okay, this is Carruthers serial number. It's an AE model 5000 2D slicer, 50063. It's been completely rebuilt. New knives, motors, gearboxes. Same way here, motors, gearboxes. The control systems all gone through. You can show the serial number down there if you would. Okay, close this back up, power it back up. All the safety sensors work. I'll show you a few of those. The belts, upper and lower belts, all the bearings, bushings have been replaced, remachined on the conveyors. Right now it's set up with a 3/4 inch gang knife cartridge. This machine comes with a 1/2 inch and a 3/4 inch gang knife cartridge. All the plastic components have been replaced with new. So this machine is essentially as good as new. So to run the machine, to prove it runs out okay, let me close up some guards so it'll run. So it says machine ready, hit start. And right now I've got the upper guard bypassed, so we can show the machine how it runs. So I'm just going to run it in automatic mode. Right now it's set up for 3 knives, 1/2 inch cut. I'm going to set it for a 1 inch cut, slow down the spiral knife. Okay, belt speed at 29.7 feet per minute. Gang knife speed's variable. You can slow it down, speed it up depending on your application. There's a lot of nuances that you have to consider when setting up your gang knife speed, and that's something I'll go over with the customer during the installation. It has an alarm page, so right now it says no inverter alarms, no alarms. If you do get an alarm, if it's not a hard alarm, you can reset it and continue. You go to home, and your options are, you got auto mode, and you have an option of 3 spiral knives. You could set that to 1, 2, or 0 if you want to just strip cut with the gang knife. It doesn't want to set to 0. Just take your gang knives off. Just take your spiral knives off, and then it works just the same. Slice is set at 1 inch on your crosscut, and in your belt speed, your slice here, if you set it for 1 inch, when you speed up and slow down your belt, the spiral knife, the crosscut knife, speeds up and slows down with your belt speed to maintain your cut size. So that's pretty slick. You've got options here on your program, I think 1 through 10, and you could save. Like right now I got it set for 3 knives, 1 inch. You could save that, power the machine down, power it back up, go to program 0, and it maintains that exact setting here. And you can also name this. Hit that, you can name it, put an SKU or whatever you want to know you go to 0 to produce a particular cut, and that's all you got to do. It's in there for until you reprogram it. And you also have manual mode. This is mostly used for diagnostics and stuff, or strip cutting. It's not used. Basically, you go and operate this machine in auto mode. You also got a motors page. It tells you your amp draw. So if you're having a problem with a motor, it'll tell you your frequency command, your actual frequency being received by the motors, and your voltage and your amp draw. Okay, voltage is not accurate. Don't worry about that. It's not really that important, but your amp draw is. And it will tell you if you're drawing too many amps on a motor, you'll know which motor it is and know where to go for diagnostics and maintenance. Okay, go back to home, auto mode. Let's go to the next page. It's got a login here. I'll give the password to the customer, but you don't want to mess around in here. This has got programming settings that will really goof the machine up if you get in here and change some settings. So that's something I'd highly recommend you don't go. Just don't worry about it. The machine will be set up when it comes for installation and training, and you should be good to go. So we're at 3 knives, 1 inch, gang knife setting, and I'm going to run it for a short period of time just to show everything works, including the guards. But in any event, you don't want to run the machine with no product in it for any extended period of time. The reason being is the product lubricates the blades and it will develop heat, start melting plastic parts. So be sure you have product in it, or don't run it for an extended period of time. Don't just leave it running while you go to break or anything like that. So in that case, there's no product here, so we're just going to run it for a short period of time. The upper conveyor goes up and down to make contact with your product, to feed product into your knives at a predictable rate. So they work together to push your product, hold it, and push it through the knives, okay? So I'm going to run it with it up, since this is a demo. And why don't you show right down in this area here where the knives are running. I'm going to briefly run this machine.
Right here?
Yeah. Can you see okay?
Yes.
Here we go. So everything runs. So I'm going to shut the spiral knife off by going into manual mode and show you. Let's see, go all the way down. Yeah. Now we're going to run it, and I'm going to show you that the guards shut the machine off. So you open the guards, the machine shut off, and it's not doing it. So here we go. I got to work on that.
There, now it's doing it.
Well, one of them works, so I got to work on that. That's my next on my list, but I'll get that resolved before the machine ships. Okay, that's about it. Thank you for watching.
Stop.